I want to say good morning to you today. I have the privilege of kicking off the 2023 IAIS Global Seminar, and I want to thank all of you for joining us, and I want to welcome you to Seattle. The NAIC is honored to host this year's event, which once again gathers insurance supervisors and stakeholders from around the world for informative sessions and collaboration on some of the most pressing issues facing the insurance sector's consumers, industry, and supervisors. Over the next day and a half, we'll feature an executive committee dialogue to discuss the IAIS roadmap. We'll look at what developments are available or out there in artificial intelligence and machine learning, and what does that mean for the insurtech landscape. We'll examine how insurance supervisors can best integrate climate-related risk into their work and hold roundtables on diversity, equity, and inclusion, cyber underwriting, and operational risk, and the introduction of the IFRS 17 standard. We will also consider emerging global risks, take a glimpse into the future of the IAIS's priorities for 2025 and beyond, and talk about how regulators can work with insurers and policymakers to close natural catastrophe protection gaps. And we will also hear an update on the insurance capital standard. As my U.S. colleagues well know, at the beginning of my term as NAIC president in January, I set out to make this the year of calm. With everything going on in the world right now, I think we need a little more of that. But my version of calm, which is also a play on my initials, means much more than just the absence of something, such as anxiety or conflict. My call to calm is about the positive things we need to incorporate into our lives and profession. It's all about the steps we can take forward together and how we get there. It means working collaboratively and meeting our challenges, being attentive to what we have to do and the people we serve, and adapting as necessary to address these issues. It involves looking clearly at the marketplace and being vigilant, as well as listening and always seeking to learn and grow. It challenges us to constantly review our methodologies and to take advantage of the many opportunities we have to mentor those who look to us and will someday take our place. As we gather together here in Seattle, the Global Seminar is yet another opportunity for us to implement and showcase these values. I want you to brace yourself for a sobering observation. Are you ready? No two people in this room or in this city have the same exact viewpoint on everything. I'll give you a moment to recover from that. Each of us bring our own experiences, perspectives, and backgrounds to our decisions and goals, and to the challenges that cross every border and jurisdiction. While far too many in this world want to exploit these differences to drive people apart, insurance supervisors have the chance and, frankly, the obligation to show the strength that results from unique individuals working together to achieve a common goal. Our commitment to doing so is the engine that drives our growth and progress, and we will shine that light over the next day and a half. We have already provided a strong example in this area. Within the IAIS, we communicate openly and honestly, and yes, sometimes passionately. As a result, we have been better equipped to understand and move forward on the projects, issues, and challenges that we collectively face, whether it is the ICS AM comparability, assessing financial stability risk to the insurance sector, sharing best practices for financial inclusion, or spotting emerging issues long before they arrive on our doorstep. And we do this with a shared goal. The topics we will discuss during the global seminar will be varied and wide, and I would encourage all of us to remember to view those through the lens of our responsibility to protect consumers. Consumers must be able to participate with understanding and confidence in our markets, which should lead us to keep a few important questions in mind. No matter the line of insurance, are we doing enough to foster insurance markets and products that balance innovation and competition while providing transparency and consumer safety? Can all individuals enjoy the same benefits and promises from our sector, whether they're talking about products and services or job opportunities? Can every person who needs insurance, and every single one of us do, can we obtain it at a fair and reasonable price, regardless of our race, gender, or other unique characteristics? Are we unscrambling the jargon and insider speak so that consumers have access to the latest information in easy to understand and easy to digest formats? Informed consumers make better decisions about mitigation, preparation, and recovery. While we may not be able to stop the variety of catastrophes consumers may face, we can help reduce their impact by making the education process less overwhelming and intimidating. Are we doing everything we can to close insurance protection gaps? Insurance, it's critical to a well-functioning and thriving community, industry, and economies. And where we see gaps in coverage, we know the impact can reach far beyond the industry and the consumers we serve. Cyber gap, infrastructure gaps, climate gaps, and knowledge gaps stand out the most. But we must also be aware of the hidden gaps, such as training, education, and communication gaps. Asking the above questions will help us close those gaps by pushing us to evolve, adapt, and learn in an ever-changing world. And what a world it is. To be sure, our jobs as insurance supervisors expose us to its problems far more than many other professions. But we also get a front row seat to its discoveries, new technologies, and exciting opportunities. While we're never far from its pains, we're on the front lines of helping families find hope and healing. The insurance sector has the chance to not only lighten burdens, but also lift others up so that they can plan for a brighter future. We know the hurts consumers face, but we also get to hear about their dreams and help turn those dreams into reality. If I polled the audience, I'm not sure many of us would say that at 10 years old, we dreamed of a career in this glamorous world of insurance. But I'm certain many of us would say that now that we are here, we can't imagine doing anything else. I want to thank you for joining us here at the IAIS Global Seminar, and thank you in advance for your engagement as we work to provide safe, fair, and stable insurance markets that meet our consumers' needs. And I will add, welcome to Seattle.